sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Okay. Sarah, are you gaslighting Drew over here?
What's that?
You giving him, like, you trying to screw with him?
Screw with who?
All right, now she's doing it to me.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Some of the ears wasn't working the lovely way.
I know, and so you went and shook the jack, and Sarah's looking at you like, what?
Yeah.
My ears are fine. My ears are fine.
I'll see.
Did it look like I was going like this?
Yeah, we're used to this
you were tapping your ear like...
you went like this. We saw you do that, so...
You were like, it doesn't work.
That's what we interpreted what it is.
Oh, that wasn't the signal I was trying to...
She was picking some earwax out of her ear.
Scratching your headphones?
I brought an ear candle I was going to use.
Oh, that candling.
So
I got to get
yummy.
into that. Well, hold on a second. First, let's just... Oh, I hate this dump so badly. I just hate this place. Even when something's not actually wrong, we assume there must be a malfunction in the equipment, and it screws us all up.
That's right.
Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist, and my dear friend, Sarah Silverman, is in here tonight.
Thank you. Thanks.
Sarah, you know, is one of the legitimate funny women of comedy.
Yeah? Oh!
Yeah. She's, she's in Crank Yankers, so she's got to be funny.
That's legitimate. No, not funny. Legitimate.
She plays, she plays the delightful Hadassah Guberman, and doing a lot more calls with us this year. She did a year in Saturday Night Live, Greg the Bunny, and now has a one-woman show called Jesus is Magic, and that's opening at the Cannon Theater, and it starts November 6th through the 16th. And Cannon Theater, for those of you who haven't been there out in the Los Angeles area, it's in Beverly Hills. It's on Cannon Drive, I guess, right between like Wilshire and Beverly. Beautiful theater. Beautiful.
Isn't that Canyon? Isn't that pronounced that up there in Beverly Hills?
That's what I was just asking.
It is pronounced Canyon, but they call it Cannon.
I see. Okay, got it.
It has an Enye.
Yeah, it has the senior squiggle over the N, and it should be pronounced Canyon, but everyone always called it Cannon, and that's what they still do. And Anderson is fixing Sarah's mic. So, what can we expect to see? And I've heard rave reviews about this show, by the way. And I normally don't like one-person shows.
You went to see the vagina monologues, though.
Yeah.
So how can you say...
Oh, that turd. I saw half of that on TV, and I wanted to vomit on my own vagina.
Really?
Yes, I wanted to vomit into my own vagina and create this sort of never-ending cycle.
Vomit and re-vomiting.
Every time I look at my vagina, I want to punch somebody.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that thing sucked, but this isn't that. This is making fun of God and Hitler and that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, stuff you like, Adam.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's good irreverent stuff. This is the kind of stuff that gets you sent to hell, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's, I guess I talk about, I do a lot of racial stuff. I talk about September 11th. I joke around about the Holocaust, AIDS, and then there's some fart stuff there, too, for them.
God.
That's it. She hit the trilogy.
That's it.
She hit the racial stuff, the Holocaust, and the fart humor.
And rape.
Oh, the quadrilogy.
Well, that's just a little dessert for you. It's,
yeah.
A little coda.
I think rape is a good thing. Oh, that was...
If you take the E off of rape, you'll see that it gets a bad rap. I don't say that on my show. I don't know why I said that. It sounds like a good slogan.
This is, by the way, going to be going on for 10 short days. Sold out in New York and other parts of the country, even bigger than New York. Oh, yes.
Is this stuff you've sort of honed over a period of time and pulled together into it? Yeah.
Yep. Over the last 14 days, she's honed this. Now, how long have you been working on this ad?
I don't know, a couple of years.
And is it what's the running time of it? Because I'm coming on I don't know when. But, I want to enjoy myself, but
do you really
I gotta go to work,
when, or do you know when, and you don't want, fans out there to come the
Oh,
night
yeah. And they fall a throng around Mr. Carolla.
Yeah, I have so many fans. Somebody said to me last night, does it bother you that whenever there's somebody here to catch a guest of the show that you just walk right past them and they don't even talk to you, and then they're waiting for the guest? You know what I'm saying? Every night outside.
It's almost hard to. Yes, I think I know what you're saying, but hard. Nothing we've noticed.
That couldn't be true.
No, if there's a group of people waiting out front to greet a guest, whether it be a beautiful woman or a rock star or whoever, well, we don't really get any rock stars, but quasi-rock stars on this show. Drew, you and I just walk past the crowd unmolested, yes?
Absolutely.
Nobody stops us with our autograph or anything.
No, we don't even think about it.
Right.
Never occurred till this moment that somebody might.
Okay, so we've established we have no fans, so it doesn't really matter what day I announce I'm coming on. But I may come all 10 days. All 10 days, I'm guessing. I'm saying 10 days. And you do some 2-show days, like on Saturday or Sunday or something
There's
like that?
There's 2 shows on Saturday.
All right.
Wednesday through Saturday, 2 shows Saturday.
All right, then I'm coming on those days. And a show runs, what, like hour 15?
It's just under an hour, I would say. It won't hit an hour.
Good.
It's maybe an hour at the most.
Good, because brevity is the soul of wit, as I've always said. All right, Drew?
Yeah.
You ready to take some calls, Sarah? Calls, yes?
Yes, I feel...
Like you're ready to take some calls?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah.
You're 16?
Yep.
What's up?
Have you seen the movie 40 Days and 40 Nights?
No.
Oh, well, it's about a guy who can't get off for like 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
That's a film.
Yeah. You mean the one that came out like a year and a half ago with that good-looking guy in it?
Yeah. The one that all the chicks like for some reason.
Yeah.
Hartnett.
Yeah. Josh, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Josh.
Yeah, they want to give him an orgasm because he announces he doesn't want to have one.
Yeah,
just
I don't
like real
understand
life,
that.
just like high school.
It's not happening like that for me. But
Oh, so you were trying to act this out. You were going to announce to everyone that you'll be damned if you're going to have an orgasm, and sure enough, people sort of didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. Sure enough.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you know what? Ironically,
You don't care.
I don't care either. Hey,
Nice one.
there you go. Now nobody cares.
Whatever.
James,
Yeah,
you're 21.
yes, sir.
What is up?
Well, nothing much. Like I told the screener, he said that I was letting him know when I was 16. We were partying with just like a barbecue out by the river. It's like a little place that we used to go when we were, just growing up. We used to ride it.
This guy sounds like a young Brando, doesn't he?
Brando doing Don Corleone, though. Not Brando as himself.
Yeah,
A
James?
young Don
A
Corleone.
lot of people say that.
People say that.
No, seriously, I have like a nasal problem.
I hear that. You need to have some polyps or something. What do you got?
You know what? I thought I had a head cold my whole life. So
Is it deviated septum or polyps? What do you got?
that's all it is. I just.
Well, why don't you get that repaired?
But I don't know. It's not a big deal to me. It's just something that you.
Please, get a lot of voiceover work out of it, Drew.
Please don't laugh at me, please.
All right, listen, I have a horrible voice, too, but
Right,
I parlayed it into $1 million career.
right. So they.
Oh, what is it like when you eat, James? Is it just wonderful?
Excuse me.
Because I have to be around this one when he eats, and it's like a jackal or something, a rhino going.
Charles Jr.
Somebody told me they could hear me eating across the room, like 30 feet away. Well, there's 2 things I have to do when I eat. I have to breathe through my mouth while I'm eating, and I have to talk.
Right.
Of course.
So now,
we're not speaking. It's like unthinkable.
between those 2 things, it's a horrible sound. But look, James, what's the problem? I'm sorry.
And so what happened anyway? We were partying, and there was a friend of the family, and she's an older lady. She was 38, I think 36 at the time.
You were 16.
That's correct. And one thing led to another. We were partying. Like I said, it was kind of a free spirit. Anyway, we ended up having sex, and we. The party kind of went into the night, and we carried on like a relationship or like an affair for like 6 months. And then realizing,
Was she just divorced or something?
No, she's single, been single her whole life.
Huh.
She likes younger dudes, is what she said. And she always thought I was cute and this and that. And so, anyways, that was... like I said, I'm going to be 22 here in a couple.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to
Sounds
be
like
40.
he's 50.
I'm going to be 40 by the time this call's
What
over.
I want to know.
Oh, please.
Please don't laugh at me. Is how come the girls I'm with now, I fantasize about her. I can't.
Well, actually, being with older women at that age can be a little bit sort of too arousing. Like it sort of etches something into your biology, and it's sort of a trauma in a way.
She put her initials into your trunk.
Yeah, and that trauma becomes sexualized just routinely, whether or not it's an aggressive trauma.
Is that trauma? 16 and 38 or whatever?
A little bit. He's having a reaction to it, right? Let's put it that way. It's no big deal. Not going to harm him. He's not having a post-traumatic stress disorder or something. It just left an imprint on you.
But maybe he hasn't had that experienced a woman since this time. Since that time.
That was the last time you were with someone?
No. I've been with...
No.
Now he sounds like the Bugs Bunny vulture.
Don't. You want to go out there and you fly and you eat the... No. All right, now wait a second. I'm saying that maybe he hasn't been with a woman who's been as experienced.
Or as interesting to him. That may be too.
Yeah. Maybe he's in love with her.
Whatever it is, it's sort of a nothing. It's okay that you remember her.
Okay.
People have memories of their, quote, first love their whole life. And this may not even have been that, but it was an intense experience, okay?
Right.
It was. All
right.
Yeah.
Do you beat off to her all the time?
No.
Really?
No. I have a steady girlfriend, and...
yeah, but all the more reason. You don't masturbate to her?
No. Only times I've masturbated is like on my girlfriend's face and thinking about her.
All right.
Oh, you are just...
Oh, well, that's cool.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Don't laugh at me.
Wow.
Chivalry is not dead. Oh, that had to be a bogus call. Really?
Oh, good.
No, it was not.
Drew says no.
Yeah.
Even the masturbating on the girlfriend's face?
I thought that was him thinking he was being funny and goofing, but if you think of the affect attached to the whole call, it was genuine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Please don't laugh at me.
Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. Let me just say this about Sarah. If you want to see her one-woman show at the Cannon Theater, you can call this number, 310-859-2830.
Is it going to be in other cities after this?
No.
I don't know, maybe.
This is it.
Because we have other cities.
This is the last time she'll set foot on the stage.
We're speaking to other cities tonight.
Well, they can come out here.
All right.
This is a limited run. I might bring it back to New York in the spring, but I don't know. I'm not.
When you say bring it back to New York, you just mean you go to New York, right?
Well, I did it in New York.
I know, but
I might bring it back to the same theater.
I know, but I'm picturing like packing up some semi trucks and heading east.
Yeah.
The costumes.
No, it's just me and a table and a band and a nice bottle of water.
Oh, you got a band?
Yeah, the Sarah Silvermans.
Wow.
4-piece band.
Wow, I didn't know you had a band.
They're a great band. They're actually called School for Burning Children.
Well, now I'm really going. Leslie?
Yes?
You're 16?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Okay, I have, like, this crush on, like, a guy who's, like, 22 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's, like, really wrong, but I don't know how to, like, get over it because I know that it's obviously not right.
It's not wrong. It's completely natural, but it's not going to lead to anything good for you. Sarah, help her.
How old is she?
She's 16. The guy's 38. Who is this guy?
He's like my teacher.
Oh, I was so in love with my history teacher. I mean, it was like a joke in school, but I would cry myself to sleep at night over him. I mean, it's real pain, what she feels. It's just as much as the pain we feel, It really, but seriously, if he would seriously go out with you, he's a schmuck.
There you go. If he would respond, it's a very bad situation.
But the fact that if he doesn't respond, it makes you even more nuts about him because he's a good guy.
Exactly.
But,
Why are we so into your teacher?
I loved him so much.
Why?
Really?
Well, how old were you?
I'll ask him.
Sophomore year to senior year.
Wow.
Ooh.
Freshman year, I missed like 3 months of school straight.
Why?
From the day I met him, I never missed a day of school. I loved him so much, Mr. Burke.
Where were you going to school?
In New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. We got to find this guy.
Were you? He killed himself.
Oh yeah.
Were you hot when you were in high school? Yeah. Well, did you look like you look now?
Adam, New Hampshire.
I was little. I was like I was rounder, but I was hot, but I didn't have like boyfriends or anything,
Right.
But I was like class clowny, but I did kiss him a couple times.
Really?
What?
How'd that go?
It was great for me, but I'm sure it didn't mean anything. I mean, he had a wife, and she thought it was like funny.
What kind of kissing?
It was like this.
Lip to lip?
Oh, my God.
Lip to lip?
It was lip to lip, closed mouth.
How did he pull that
Closed
off?
mouth.
I don't know. It was a private school.
Closed
A lot went
mouth.
on.
Yeah, it's closed now.
70.
Really do that.
It was closed mouth, but it lingered, Adam.
No, I know. You're still feeling the effects of it today. Leslie?
That's why you were so screwed up. That must happen your sophomore year.
Yeah, it happened my sophomore year. Why?
Because that's what screws kids up.
Oh, no, the kiss? No, I don't know. I think I had, just turned it.
Hold on a second. Drew, shut up. She bumped the lips with this guy. Her mouth was pursed.
It was, no. My mouth was loose, but closed.
Okay.
And it wasn't a bump. It was a linger.
Sorry, baby. Leslie, I didn't mean to diminish your experience.
Poor Sarah.
Leslie.
She was victimized.
Drew, shut up. Drew.
He's a good guy.
Once every 8 shows, Drew wakes up, and it drives me insane because now I can no longer dominate the show. Drew, quiet down. Go back to bed over there. Don't you know this is your napping time, Grandpa? 10 to midnight every night. Remember, when I wake you up, you drive home.
Papa.
Go ahead, Leslie.
Yes.
So this guy teaches what?
Chemistry.
Chemistry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it says up on our screen he teaches martial arts. And the fact that you went, for 8 seconds before you said chemistry leads us to believe it's actually martial arts.
Is wrong. I'm sorry to say.
The screen is wrong.
Yeah, screen or whatever.
All right.
All right.
He'll be fired because of you, Leslie. I hope that's cool.
No,
that okay?
ever happened between us.
All right, you're just in love with the guy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Dr. Drew, how would I get, if there is no, real answer to this question, how do I at least get closure?
Well, you got to kill him.
You won't. You get closure by moving on, moving out of high school, and then getting a real boyfriend. That's the way these things move on. How long have you been infatuated with this guy?
Since sophomore year.
Oh, Sarah, this is your soulmate here.
Oh, and you are a sophomore, aren't you? A junior?
Junior, yeah.
Junior.
You have one more year, and you'll be out of there. And it's it will be a blip.
So what's that mean?
When you
Go
look back
for
on it. No, it means this is all good. It's real pain, but it's all just going to be a memory. Get a boyfriend your own age and, do stuff with him.
And or get interested
and picture your teacher.
Comedy.
Make it sound like it's easy when it's not.
All right.
No, it's not easy. Leslie, it is not easy. Actually,
I hate Leslie.
Wait, no, come on. No, she's depressed.
It hurts.
Yeah, she's depressed. Like, all 3 of us have done weird stuff like this in high school.
Well, listen, I was in love with Cheryl Ladd when I was 14. It was a fantasy thing, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it's one thing if you date someone for a year and they dump you.
But if I were speaking to you at 14 or 15, you would have been that depressed.
No, I wouldn't have been.
But you didn't, Adam, you didn't see her every day and catch whiffs of her as she walked by.
I didn't work on Charlie's Angels for a year. No, okay. You're right.
Oh.
Sorry, Friday night when I was babysitting.
Just hang on tight. Stay focused. Stay connected to reality.
Okay.
Do things that are good for you, that make you happy, and this will pass.
There you go. Devin?
Yeah?
You're 13?
Yep.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm on the radio?
That's right, you are.
Oh, cool. I have a question. My mom, she married this guy, and his nephew, I like him. He's 14, and I want to go out with him, but I think it's wrong because he's kind of my cousin-in-law now. So.
She married a guy, so this is your stepdad.
Yes.
And he has his nephew you're into.
Yeah.
How close does he live to you?
Close.
Okay. So right in the neighborhood. You could walk over to his house?
I couldn't. He doesn't live in my neighborhood. He lives not that close.
Okay,
different school district?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Can you turn the stereo down in the background there, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Turn down the seals and cross.
It's distracting.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so when could you see this guy? When would you see this guy?
Oh, I see him every Friday.
Because that's when they get together?
No, because there's this dance at the Amuse Center, and I go there, and so does a lot of my friends.
Temple Youth? Temple Youth?
Humble Youth. What?
No, she's not Jewish.
She's from Florida.
So not Jewish.
She's from Florida, but she's under 80, so she's not Jewish. And her folks got divorced and remarried, so she's definitely not Jewish. They don't divorce and remarry. No, they don't. They're a good family breed.
That one's a 13-year-old involved.
That's right. Yeah. So, Devin, why don't you talk to him then in the next dance? I bet he likes you. You think he likes you?
I know he likes me.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
How do you know this?
Because I talk to him every day on the phone.
Oh, and he says he likes you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't understand what the problem is here.
I don't. It's her.
She thinks they're cousins because of through marriage. It's fine.
Cousins.
Can you bring it up to your mom?
No.
No.
Why
Because
get
she'd
into it
freak.
with her?
I think she'd freak.
Okay. Why don't you go on a little date with the guy?
I think it's fine. My mom had a boyfriend, Doug, the dentist, and his son, Dougie. I fell in love with him. We became in love, and we opened a detective agency.
Oh, my God.
When we were like 10, you know?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what I mean? And we were like detectives, and we were in love.
Did he know he was in love?
We loved each other.
Did he know at 10 the way
Sure.
you experienced it? Did he understand that?
He was nuts about me, Dr. Drew.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Then they broke up, and I wasn't allowed to even invite him to my birthday. So you got to
Talk
think
about
about
pain.
Well,
that.
hold on. What about the agency?
It broke up to the dismay of the public.
All right. So, Devin,
Yeah?
go ahead and now don't have sex with him or anything, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. I want you to wait at least
3
3
years.
weeks. 3 years.
Only
3
canoodle.
weeks.
3
No,
years.
I didn't say that.
3 years.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Good times, right?
Okay.
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
What were your five? I was trying to tell Susan tonight what your 5 sayings were. That's why I make the big bucks.
For the virtual Adam?
For the virtual, we're going to have Adam just on tape and just have 5 statements. And,
I decided I don't need to come in here and dispense the same crappy advice and make the same bad jokes night after night after night. That if we just record a virtual Adam, we could answer any call in a series of these pre-recorded answers. I'm going to say something amazingly profound right now.
okay, what are the 5 things?
Anderson, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Right. That's why I make the big bucks. Right. That's why you make the big bucks. There's a little twist. Good times.
Good time.
Hey, it takes all kinds.
Takes all kinds.
I think I could get through 95% of the calls that come onto this show with that. And probably some of the celebrity interviews, too. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Let's take a little break here, Drew.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to record one of those, too.
Well, I could handle that.
Yeah,
Remember, I would still be here.
People might get suspicious if I don't throw it to the commercial, so
All right.
I don't want the program director to know I'm not actually showing up.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight.
Yeah?
One-woman show, the 6th through the 16th at the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills, 310-859-2830, and we'll be right back.
Is this on my face?
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. You know her from Greg the Bunny and Crank Yankers. Oh, man, is she great on that Crank Yankers. Jesus is Magic is the name of the new one-woman show, and that runs November 6th through the 16th at the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills. You can call information, or you can call 310-859-2830 to get those tickets.
Or Ticketmaster.
Or Ticketmaster.
Information.
Well, you call information, get the theater name.
That's true.
Yeah, get the theater number.
Mass, Dr. Drew. A medical. What does it mean if when you pee, it burns like fire?
That's a urinary tract infection or a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, yeah, because my grandmother has that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How nice for her. She's still active.
I'm thinking maybe it's both. Could it be both?
It can be both. Or it can be a sexually induced urinary tract infection.
Oh, yeah. Maybe from a real hard knocking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see
She
your
said if her
grandmother doing
vagina's
that.
knocking, don't come.
Or I might vomit into it.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Joe,
Yeah, hey, how's it going, guys?
you're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, Adam, I just gotta know, dude. Like, okay, if you're like talking about strippers last night and pissed about strip clubs, then how is it that I thought you had the juggies, man. I thought you were playing a little hide the paisan over there.
Right. The Paisan is an Italian guy.
Yeah.
I think you want to say sausage or salami.
Pepperoni.
Well, I need to hide the
pepperoncini,
mini meat paisan, dude.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you got
Nice
the paisan going.
All right. Yes. Am I having sex with all the juggies?
Yes.
Yes, that's true. But they're not in Las Vegas. The 22 hours I'm there once every 3 weeks, and it's important for me to get some sex from strange women as well.
So did that change after the man show?
No. The Juggies, we get to keep.
They live with him now.
Yeah, like when we stopped doing the man show, I was able to take some of the candles from my dressing rooms and their
clothing.
kept some of the wardrobe, and I got 3 Juggies, and Jimmy got 3 Juggies, and then we threw the riders the other 2.
So did man show come from Boobville?
All right. Hey, Joe?
Yeah. I just got to ask Sarah, though. Hey, what's the audition for Saturday Night Live like?
What was the audition like for Saturday Night Live?
He said, what's the audition like?
I didn't hear that, but
that's what I thought he said.
That's actually more interesting than anything could possibly be.
All right, Joe, go ahead. What did you say?
Like, for Saturday Night Live, what's an audition for that like?
I heard it.
Oh, nice.
This is my curse.
I heard that people have to do, like, a bunch of characters. When I did it, they saw me, like, do stand-up on a show.
Really?
And then they came and saw me do stand-up live, and then I met with, pardon me?
And they hired you.
Drew, shut up.
And they hired me.
All right. See, there you go. Thanks,
Sorry. Thank you.
Well, she met with...
Lauren.
Drew, relax. Don't have to answer. You don't have to finish the story. Just relax. Drew, you know
Play
what?
that blah, blah,
Drew
blah
feels
thing.
bad. Like, Drew, you're not answering Sarah because you're rude.
No.
You're not a rude guy.
No.
You get anxious a little when people are talking because you want to help.
Yes.
Like
You're projecting your own anxiety.
You want to get in, and Drew wants to get in and help. Like, he looks at you telling a story as you pushing a car through an intersection that's run out of gas. He wants to jump out and give you a hand.
Yep.
But his instincts are always bad, and he pushes the wrong direction. He gets in front of the car and starts shoving it back into traffic. That's what it does to me.
No, you helped.
No, he helped.
Dr. Drew.
That was good. So who'd you meet with?
Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels.
You know what I did?
And he hired you. He hired you. Marie?
Yeah.
You're 26.
Yeah. I had a question for Dr. Drew. My girlfriend and I wanted to adopt a baby, but I know that it's really important for their immune systems to have breast milk, and I was wondering if there was some kind of way that I can induce that.
You're lesbian.
Yeah.
She knows, Drew.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm listening. Marie.
So is there a way to do that, or?
Not that I'm aware of. It's a really, really interesting question.
How big a deal is it for the immune system in the breast milk?
Well, it's the immune system of a pregnant woman. I don't know that a non-pregnant woman would create necessarily the same.
But how important is it for the kid?
It's not that important, Marie.
All right.
Tons of kids are fed on.
But it's also important from a bonding perspective for the mother, right?
It's a good thing, but there are other ways that people bond and attach to their kids than just by attaching at the breast.
I mean, you cannot adopt, but then that kid doesn't have the parents.
You're a lesbian.
Drew, please, we understand.
Because I have a couple friends who have their kids on formula, and it doesn't seem as natural. And I don't know. I mean,
Marie.
Yeah.
It's not. But what choice do you have? You're adopting a kid.
You're adopting. That's not as natural as being pregnant. That's right.
What if you adopt a kid that's 5 or 6?
It is, so to speak, natural, and the kids can grow up and be perfectly healthy. How many kids do you hear about that are in high school that have disease from not having been breastfed properly, which is most of the kids walking around in high school? Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So most people don't breastfeed?
Breastfeeding is a very difficult thing to pull off, and because babies don't do it naturally, mothers don't know how to do it. You go to any obstetrician, any obstetrical unit in a hospital, and they have breastfeeding coaches to try to train women to get them to do this because it's so difficult. And most women sort of do it for a little while, and then they get on with the.
They take volunteers, or you need training for that?
Yeah, you could try. But
sounds like a wreck.
I'd like to do it, but I'd like to do it like with a clipboard and a whistle, and I'd like to pace up and down and yell at them.
Let me talk to her a second.
All right.
Marie,
what's wrong with her?
Marie,
Hold on. What's wrong with
I want to get to her. Marie. Much more significant in raising a child and attaching effectively is going to be anxiety for you.
Okay, so it's not
your anxiety.
Not that big a deal.
Your anxiety and you're being nervous and sort of maybe even intrusive or uncertain or misattuned. That will have dramatic impact on the child.
The most messed up people I know are the results of overbearing mothers, and you sound crazy.
Oh,
Sarah, crazy overbearing. She's all crazy anxious.
Yeah.
I mean, no kid wants.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
All right. Hey, how hard is it to adopt if you're a lesbian couple?
Well, pretty hard. But, I mean, it
Really?
depends on... Well, if I were to do it individually, it's not that big a deal, but trying to do it as a couple is a little more complicated. But in California, there are ways. It's just, it takes a lot of time, and people
So
aren't real
it'd be
cool with it and all
easier.
that.
So if you were a single woman, it'd be easier to adopt,
That's correct.
even if there's no man in your life.
Even if I'm a single mother, it's much easier to adopt than if I'm trying to adopt as a couple with two women.
And Marie, have you ever been...
Which is even easier than if you're a couple of two men trying to. That's almost impossible.
Do you-
Hold on a
wait,
second. Hold on.
I want to get
How
at
fast for this kid has an eating disorder?
Well, let me... And this may not be that. Let me...
1-3. He's hacking up strained peas
Let me...
and on laxative.
Marie.
Yeah.
Do you have an anxiety disorder? Have you been told? Are you bipolar or anything? Nothing.
What about anxiety disorder? All I was saying is that...
Or listen to me. Ask me a question. Or bipolar or anything like that. You've never had any diagnoses such as that?
No.
Okay. All right.
Hey, but good times though, right? So easier to adopt as a single woman than as a lesbian couple.
Yeah.
Is there a stigma? I mean, do you know this or you just sort of feel it?
No, as a matter of fact, we've done research into it in terms of statistics on how many people are adopting and how they're adopting in this state.
And you find that single female have an easier time.
Yes.
Wow.
Even if they present themselves as a single lesbian female?
Yeah.
Generally, if you were trying to adopt as a single female, you try not to bring your sexuality into it.
All right.
Wow, that's interesting.
All right. So how you guys, are you doing okay? When can you expect to get a kid?
Probably within the next 8 or 9 months.
All right.
Great.
What do you get? What race do you get?
Doesn't matter as long as it's healthy.
Get
That's
a
right.
Mexican.
Yeah.
Please get a Mexican.
Why?
Because they're cute.
They are.
Yeah.
They're cute when they're little.
Now you know where they're cute. Here's what I do when I adopt. I start with the black baby because they're cute when they're little, and then when they hit about 3 or 4, I get rid of them. I get the Mexican because the Mexicans are cute from about 3 to 8. Then all hell breaks loose. Then at about 8, I go with the white kid because it's time just to settle in. Do you know what I'm saying?
To get serious.
Yeah. Now see those
And
Mexican.
really love.
There's nothing cuter than those little 4-year-old Mexican girls because they get their ears pierced really young, and they get those little peasant dresses, and you name them Maria, even if that's not the real name, and you braid their hair. So I go with the black male 0 to 3.
Oh, why can't they stay small?
The blacks.
God.
I go black male 0 to 3. Then I go female Mexican 3 to 7. Then I just go for the white kid for the home stretch. No, I go Jewish kid from Jews, although there's none on the market.
Don't you give the kid the Jewish parent?
Skip 13.
No, I don't want to deal with the bar mitzvah. I cut him. I go Jew 7 to 12. Then I cut the Jewish kid and in with honky now. And I just take the white kid from that point on.
But you know what else is good? Black little kids, and then the black really old men.
That's right.
They're so cute.
I keep tabs on the black kid. When he hits 65, I bring him back into my life. You know.
And
if
they're
I'm
like
still there.
old sages. They're all wise because they're just the fact that they're alive. They're so old for their race, you
Right,
know? And then
right.
you can glean from them.
Right.
It's those Middle Ages.
Right. It's that 4 to 64 that you want to stay away from. Right. Okay. That's our adoption plan. Who's in? Sarah?
I'm in.
All right. Let's take a little break. Sarah Silverman here tonight.
Yes, please.
Doing a one-woman show.
The Anti-Defamation League will be notifying both of you in the morning.
We're kidding.
Yeah, we're kidding. You don't know satire when you hear it, Drew?
I understand. Thank you for pointing that out.
This is called artistic license, brother.
But you don't understand. It contributes. It contributes to the negative image that people have of...
Yeah. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. The lovely, lovely Sarah Silverman.
Thank you.
One-woman show at the Cannon Theater, Beverly Hills, the 6th. That's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, through the 16th. That's it's 10 days. And that's going to be happening... What time? What time the shows? 8 o'clock? 7:30?
The shows are all at 8 o'clock, and on Saturday, sorry, it's 7 and 9.
7 and 9. And if you want to get tickets, the number is 310-859-2830. But get on it because it was all sold out in New York, and the theater holds about 300 or 400 people. Sarah's got a lot more fans than 300 or 400 people. I'll tell you that right now.
So we were just watching The Man Show, and it's your Mardi Gras episode, and all these women pulling their shirts up.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for women?
Bouncy.
Sarah?
What does it do for women?
Yeah. What is
it? Empowers them.
No, I have no idea. I can't relate to it on any level.
No.
I mean, it's not like I think there's anything wrong with that. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of like...
Drew, what planet are you from that you didn't know this?
I did not know that.
Drew came,
really?
Drew came into the studio, and he was like the robot from Lost in Space. He was like, is this something they do? I had no idea women did this. When did this start at Mardi Gras? Is this a Mardi Gras tradition? I'm like, they've been doing this, they give you a winger, you throw in the beads.
That's how that works?
How do you think they get the beads?
I just thought they threw beads at each other.
No, we wouldn't give them beads unless they showed us something. Why else would we give them beads, Drew?
I don't know. It's quite a symbolic ritual, though. It's really interesting.
Meanwhile, they're beads you wouldn't want to take up space in your suitcase or anything.
No. But guys wear the beads. Guys wear the beads to try to attract the female humans to show them their mammary glands.
No, the guys wear the beads, but they just become like human mannequins. That's just a way to transport the beads until they can find a suitable girl to throw the beads at.
But what do? Wave the bead? There's a ritual in this. How do you notify a girl that you're looking to throw beads at them?
I'll usually have like my publicist call her people and try to arrange a bead meeting.
Huh?
Like middle of the day, Tuesday, we'll go down to Morton's or something.
I cannot believe this isn't something that just...
Drew, you don't know about this? No, this is going on for thousands of years, maybe millions. Since the invention of the bead in the breast. Since breasts were invented some 2,000 years ago, the beads followed it was like 6 months after the breast was invented, and that's when the beads for breast exchange, right after they came up that whole toy for tots thing. I don't know.
Sarah, why don't you give Drew a shot and then explain to him how you feel?
Yeah.
No. I was looking more for...
Oh, right. That's a good idea. Here.
Yeah. You know what the worst is? The worst is when you get those gutter beads.
What does that mean?
Well, here's what happens. I've been to Mardi Gras. Well, I was at Mardi Gras a couple years ago, and then I was at the Super Bowl, which was in New Orleans last year with Jimmy and the crew.
Were they doing this for the Super Bowl, too?
Anytime you're in New Orleans and there's beads, there's breasts, and but Mardi Gras is a little different. But what happens is Bourbon Street gets packed full of humanity, and I mean packed like sardines, and the street gets wet.
Funky.
And it gets funkified. And it's like a little urine, a little vomit, a little semen, and just like a pinch of pixie dust. And about 4:35 in the morning, it's humid, and it's wet. It's wet. And what happens is the beads that fall on the ground get covered in this soup of hurricane, urine, vomit, and pee. Yeah. And people pick these beads up and whip them around and throw. And if you're not looking, one will just whap you right in the face or swing around your neck, and you'll get this... you get this soup of vomit and urine around your head.
Oh, I so much want to go to Mardi Gras now.
Oh, my God. That town, it's like literally 4 or 5 in the morning, packed. Street packed. Cannot walk through it. Oh, my God. The smells that come out of that city. James?
Oh, hey. Is Dom on the air?
Who?
James, this is me. I'm on the air?
Yes, you're on there.
Oh, okay. Hey, first of all, you guys are great, man.
Thanks.
But, listen, okay, my girlfriend, she's got this, when we mess around, she's got this kind of white, kind of pretty nasty-looking mushy stuff coming out.
Maybe that could be her normal discharge, or it could be a yeast infection.
A yeast? Well, we went on the internet. Yeah, it's great help, but went on the internet to try and find it because we thought, maybe it was a yeast infection, and it said there was supposed to be swelling and irritation, but
usually it's irritated when you have yeast infection.
Yeah, she said it's not irritated or anything. There's no swelling. It's not red.
That may just be her normal stuff.
She produces that?
Yeah.
Well, she
really?
She didn't have it before. I mean, it's just in the last 2 weeks. It's pretty nasty.
Well, why don't you try some over-the-counter yeast medicine, some cream, and see if that clears it up.
Like yeast infection stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give that a shot. And if not, she needs to see a gynecologist. Look, she's sexually active. She's got to get pap smears regularly anyway. Cervical cancer occurs in women that have sex at a young age. There you go. So.
Well, we're not having sex. It's just messing around.
You're just visiting her vagina.
What are you doing over there?
I was putting my hand in there and just messing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does she wear jeans a lot?
Yeah, she wears tight pants, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the meaning of that?
No, I mean, some girls, like my older sister, the rabbi, she can't even look at a pair of jeans. She'll get a yeast infection.
Oh, really?
Sometimes it's that way.
Really?
It's the only thing that includes the normal.
It doesn't breathe as
Right,
well?
it's not as much breathing going on.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because, I won't...
The oxygen pressure.
I won't
different.
light a fart unless I'm wearing jeans.
I know that.
I mean, I know everyone thinks I'm kidding right now, but
No,
I won't
you're
do
not.
it in a pair of jammies or sweatpants.
You're afraid they'll ignite.
Yes, that's right.
That's
So
right.
I know
Or
the
you'll
protective powers of
or
jeans.
like my friend Stu's brother's best friend,
Right.
lit a fart, went back up inside his skull and exploded.
Interesting.
He did it without any pants on, though.
And as a doctor, it's
I'm
a true
telling you,
story.
of course it is.
Aaron,
Yep.
you're 19 years old?
What's up?
What's up?
All right. My girlfriend had a kid before in a previous relationship.
How old is she?
She's 18 right now.
Okay, how old's the child again?
2.
Nice.
And now she's pregnant with another one, or my child. And I was just wondering, she's like,
Hold on a second, Aaron. Lock
right.
coordinates, Adam.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take out the town you're in. Oh, you're calling from Riverside?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a dump. Why are you living there?
I don't know. That's where I was born.
Oh, my God, that explains a lot.
Hey, Adam, how about I just move out with you?
All right.
At Riverside.
That's true.
See?
Yeah, move in with me. Bring all the kids, and you guys can just procreate in my basement until the kids actually start overflowing up into the first floor.
We'll live off your Burger King food.
All right. What's up? So what's the question?
Okay, all right. I was just wondering, because she's having a problem with her dad about the kid, and her dad is making her want to give up her first child and, give it to her aunt, because her dad thinks that we can't financially afford 2 children.
All right, listen. Aaron, are you attempting to tie your shoes while you're talking on the phone or do anything like that?
No.
What is going on with your phone?
I don't know. It's a piece of crap.
Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, well, how about giving this kid up for adoption?
No, we want this kid. I'm just trying to see if her dad makes her give up her child, if it's going to, cause any mental problems for her or make her treat this child differently.
If the dad
makes her give up, how can the dad make her give up her 2-year-old?
Because her dad is trying to, force it on her to, give it to her aunt. Because her aunt...
All right, but she's trying to do that, but she can't do it. But really, this girl's 18, you're 19, you both live in Riverside, that's child abuse right there.
Oh.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a clothing department store.
Okay, so you're going to be able to support these 2 kids and this woman?
Yeah.
Okay, how much you make an hour?
$8 an hour.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it probably goes a long way in Riverside,
just
right?
2 diapers.
Yeah, it does.
Because they pay you to live there, right? You wouldn't dare.
Like living in Mexico. It's cheap.
Yeah, right. All right.
All right, Aaron, no, it's not going to be good for anybody if the child is taken away from her under duress. And
yeah.
But
I'd love to fast forward and see where those 2 youngins are going to be in 16, 17 years. Why do you guys do it? Why do we have to sabotage society this way? How come we don't get to these people? You bang a kid out at 16. I'd like to see the statistics on a woman who knocks out her first kid at 16 and how likely she is to have 3 before the age of 21. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't get hold of these kids? I don't mean the kids. I mean the kids that are having the kids.
Yeah.
It's addicting to have kids when you're kids, I think. It's like cats.
It's the only thing. Well, it's like the only thing you can do. I mean, what are your options at 17 when you're a woman who's come from this environment? You're not going to college. You're living in Riverside. You got daytime TV.
Again, and
that's about it.
We don't take into account how much many women have a drive to have kids. The drive to be pregnant is similar to a male's drive to use his penis. I mean, there's a drive there.
Yeah.
And we don't take into account if there aren't other things to create meaning, that drive comes on through.
Unfortunately, the dumber you are, the stronger the drive.
There's just not other things to integrate it with. It just that's it. There it is.
It goes undiluted.
Right.
You don't have to think about things like college and career. All you have is that biological drive. So that starts about 15, and it just keeps going.
Okay.
All right. Let's take ourselves a little break.
There's no cookies in my box.
What's that from?
That was, what's her name from last week, Drew?
King of the Hill.
Yeah. That was not Busy. What the hell? Oh, I see.
Pamela.
Pamela, right. I was looking up on our little cheat sheet
it says
up there.
voice of King of the Hill. Voice of Bobby Hill. That's what that was.
Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. Sarah's doing her own one-woman show, and that's the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills. Starts tomorrow, goes to the 16th. Well, you can get tickets from Ticketmaster, and we'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. You know her from Greg the Bunny, Saturday Night Live, Cranky Anchors.
Oh, that show's so funny. Whatever.
Oh, man. That is one hell of a show. And also, she is going to be performing at the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills tomorrow and going on for 10 days through the 16th. And the number, 310-859-2830. Hilarious show. I read reviews on this show, Drew. Amazing. I mean, the stuff, you know, my reviews, -4 stars, -3.5 stars.
Yes, the ones you're proud of.
Nothing like that. This is all like +0.5 star, -1 star, all in that range.
That's a 700% improvement from yours.
Easily. No. This stuff, I mean, what? I don't want to embarrass Sarah. I don't want to repeat it, but I was reading some of these reviews that she was forcing me to read, and it was like... It was like, this is important work, you know? I mean, like not only saying, like, hey, you'll laugh, you have a good time. It's, like, important that you go out and see this.
Nice.
Oh, it was huge.
Yeah, but you really, those are all people that I was lucky enough to, you know, that came with very low expectations. But if they then generate high expectations, they're just going to go, oh, I don't know, it's all right. But it's pretty good.
Yeah. But this wasn't like Greg Schimmelman from National Urban Radio or any of these made up places.
He's great.
This is L.A. Times, New York Times.
Yeah?
Wall Street Journal, New York Post, Christian Science Monitor, all the big ones. Michelle?
Hi.
You're 16?
Yeah, that's
What's
so
up?
cool. I'm actually on the radio. I just want to say, Adam, you're so cool. Like, if I was legal, I'd offer you the best oral sex in the world.
Really?
Yeah, really.
All right.
You don't have to be 18 to do oral sex, do you?
Not on a quasi-celebrity.
Well, you do, except Adam is the world's leading recipient.
Yeah.
Okay, he's an expert.
Which doesn't mean I get the most, but it means my technique for receiving is unmatched.
Unsurpassed.
You want to see my technique?
Yes, please.
All right, watch this.
Are you okay?
Michelle,
stand back.
this is what I'd be doing if you were here right now. Yeah? Yeah.
And go. There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sarah,
Like
breath?
a statue. No movement.
Wow.
No punching to the skull. None of that. No breaking of wind. No number 2 pencil in the ear. Nothing. Just laying back like a gentleman. Holding still. Michelle?
Hey.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. My first question is, I'm 16, but I still sleep with the light on. Like, not every night, but almost like every other night.
Okay.
It's wondering, like, what's wrong with me?
Well, why every other night, though?
I don't know. It just depends. Like, some nights I'll get really scared, or, like, after a scary movie, and, like, all the lights just have to be on.
Well, that makes sense after a scary movie, but you're not watching a scary movie every other night, are you?
No.
So, do you have a lot of anxiety or panic attacks? That
Yeah,
sort of
I do.
do you have some sort of, are you a trauma survivor in some way?
No.
Never had a trauma.
Well, I almost drowned when I was a kid.
All right.
You were what?
I
Almost
almost
drowned.
drowned in the pool.
Yeah, that's something.
That's a trauma. Anything else happen?
I was molested when I was 5.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. Is that in the pool, too, or away from the pool?
No, that was,
so we
in the living room.
got a series of traumas here, right?
Yeah.
What was going on in your family at the time? Was the family kind of falling apart, or?
Well, my parents are divorced when I was 4, and my mom was working a lot, so.
All right,
I was
so
staying
you
with
got
her.
an abandoning mom, you got sexual abuse, you have a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Was it one of those above-ground pools?
It was a swimming pool, like just a regular swimming pool, and like I stepped off the stairs, and I thought there was another stair, and there wasn't, so I went deeper than I thought I would, like a couple inches, and
Ooh,
just went under.
sounds traumatic.
Well, look.
What the hell kind of drowning story is that? I thought there was going to be another stair, but there wasn't, so I went a couple inches lower than I thought.
Yeah, maybe we should hear the molesting story,
Yeah.
too, just in case.
You don't swim, though, right?
I couldn't swim at the time, no.
Okay. How old were you?
I was 6.
All right. You know, let the kids walk into the pool and just keep going. They
can drown in like 6 inches of water.
All right. So, Michelle, this may be all part of some...
Yeah, who molested you?
Oh, it was a guy from my mom's church.
Nice. Very nice.
And how many times did this happen?
Once, only one time.
And what did he do? Everything?
Like, I had one of those jumpers on, and there were, like, buttons on the bottom, and I couldn't button them. And I asked him to, and he told me to lay down, and, like, instead of buttoning them, he just unbuttoned them.
And then what did he do?
Just started doing stuff down there.
Put his hand down there?
Yeah, and I told my mom, like, once I got home, and she, like, called his parents over, and they came over, and they, like, yelled about it.
They yelled at you?
No, at him.
And how old was he at the time?
I think, like, 15 or 16.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff going on there. And there can be... People can get anxiety disorders or post-traumatic stress reactions from various sources. And
do you feel unsafe at home?
Not really. Like, I just get really scared, and I think there's something there, and I'm too old for that, though. Like,
all right.
Adam and I were wetting our beds when we were 16.
Oh, Sarah, too?
Oh, that's right.
Wow, I forgot you guys shared that.
Well, actually, I wet Sarah's bed, and then she was a bed wetting exchange program.
You blamed her
No, she came over and wet my bed.
Good times. But, so, Michelle, it's
all
really,
geniuses wet their bed, Drew, don't you know?
Some of this is about the ability to soothe oneself, the ability to deal with anxiety, to be able to have enough sort of internal resources to be able to overcome these kinds of feelings. And it's for whatever reason, whether it's specific trauma or the family's issues or lack of availability of mom, it all adds up to deficiency in your ability to tolerate feelings like anxiety. And you need to maybe get to work on that, do some therapy.
Yeah, but good times.
Yeah, nonetheless.
Sean?
Yeah.
You're 24?
I am.
Question for Sarah?
I do. Sarah, longtime fan. I have to totally tell you, I love and admire your comedic styles, the in-your-face, no pull punches.
Thanks.
Question though, now when you do that kind of humor, have you ever gotten any like really insanely just upset people about it, like the 9/11 jokes or anything like that? Because I've seen you on like Conan and Carson, and I mean like the stuff, it cracks me up. But one time I recall you mentioning on Carson you were on the show with Nappy Roots and led the joke about a backpack being stolen, and
everybody thought that was real. It was like me and Nappy Roots shared a dressing room, and we came up with it before the show. And then somebody sent me a thing on the internet that they thought that it was real.
What was the joke?
Nappy Roots is this rap band group, kind of. They're cool. So I went on first on that Carson Daly show, and then I said, I think Nappy Roots stole my backpack, and, and I accused them of it because they're black, or for whatever reasons you may infer. I didn't put it out there.
Right.
And then when they came out, they had the lead singer guy had my backpack on, and then I come out and I take it, and we have like a little FaceTime.
That was on
FaceTime.
That was on Carson. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't know, but like an angry moment, and then I really acted it, right? Did you see that?
Not what you had. I don't watch TV, but not with what you had with your history teacher, right? That kind of FaceTime. No, different. Oh,
it was like a.
Sean, did you see it?
Yeah.
I did. It was hilarious.
And then, but doing all this kind of. I mean, you're very attractive female. You think you can get away with a little more?
Yeah.
Like, I can't do Conan anymore because he's a pussy and he won't let me on the show because he thought I was a little bit edgy or a little bit whatever last time I did the show like 3 years ago. So now it's like I'm banned from the show. But you're cute, so you get to do the show again.
The adorable racist.
Is that what it is?
She doesn't know. Isn't she cute? She doesn't know any better.
I mean, you get away with a lot.
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like, and Sarah, just for the record, sexiest woman just because of your sense of humor.
Yeah.
Sean, thanks.
Yep.
And I'm actually trying to score tickets to your show on Saturday, but it's a work conflict, so we'll see what we can do about that.
All right, let me know. Keep me posted.
I'll definitely do that.
All right.
Guy yelling in the audience.
Okay.
Adam,
that would be good.
I love you on the Howard Stern Show.
Good times.
And just to drop it for Snoop, you're my main man, Mayonnaise.
Thank you. All right, take care.
Good
Thanks, guys.
All right.
What about Drew?
It's all right.
Ah, Drew.
I'm good.
Sarah does you do get away with a lot. Kind of jealous now.
I won't always.
Think about what it is. Is it? I know you're female. You're attractive. You're quirky. Do people think you're a little nutty and you get to do what you want because of that? You think? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's hard to deconstruct your own thing. I mean, look at you. You get away with a lot.
Yeah, but people think I'm an asshole.
No, I don't think they do. I think you're wrong.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And look at all those people standing up to
Nobody thinks you're a bitch. They're like, oh, she's edgy, man. She's crazy. She'll say anything. It's great. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe that's... I don't want to complain. I don't want to sound like I'm
think you know what it is.
jealous.
I almost always say what I don't mean. I mean, I almost never really say what I mean. I pretty much say the opposite of that, and maybe that transcends. I mean, I don't absolutely shouldn't say that about yourself because I don't know how it's subjective, but maybe that about you is like, yeah. I mean,
Adam says what he really means.
Yeah, it's coming when you hate a group, a people. It's from the heart. For me, it's just silly.
Right.
You asked me to differentiate. I was trying to say you're.
Now I'm starting to hate you, baby. You want to get on that list? Want to feel my venom?
No.
All right. It was a backhanded compliment. It's part of being, I guess, a good performer, a good comedian, which is having people feel a certain way about you and wanting to hear what you have to say and not picking apart everything that you say and looking for excuses. It's like they're looking for excuses to like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they are.
All right, shut up.
I don't know anyone that doesn't like you, Adam.
Oh, no. Please. Sarah, hang around a little while.
Rude, Jesus.
Conan doesn't like me.
Tell about the woman that came up to you at the Best Buy last year.
Oh, yeah. We got this calendar signing coming up this Saturday.
Boy.
And a year ago, this Saturday, it was at the Best Buy and Bum F, wherever, whatever the furthest. Here's what they do. K-Rock staff figures out, they get a giant map of the Southland. They put a red dot where my house is, and they go, what's furthest away from Adam's house?
Parking lot, yeah.
Yeah, so there's where we go. And after we do the 4-hour calendar signing, which everyone hates me for because I start yelling at Tammy Heidi who's not signing fast enough because the line is going around the block, but that's another story. But when we're done, we go into the Best Buy to get a discount, which I never end up getting. And this chick walks up to me. She's 16, and she goes, "Are you as big an asshole in real life as you are on TV?" Right to my face. That's the only word she said to me. Can you believe that?
That's like a third grade version of having a crush on.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And so Adam said, beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it. And to which she went berserk.
No, she just ran away.
Oh, I listened to her screaming.
Robert. All right. Well, she had it coming.
So classic.
Robert,
Scram.
You're 29.
Scram. I like that better.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah.
I got a question to ask y'all.
Yeah.
I got a girlfriend. She's 21.
Mm-hmm.
She's cheated on me once, and I drive over the road. She cheated on me once. She told me about it.
You drive over to the what?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
And I'm deadly in love with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And is it normal for a 21-year-old to be unsure of what she wants and whether she feels like I'm the right one or not, or?
Well, it's interesting the way you asked that question. To answer your question the simplest way possible, it's unbelievable what 20-year-olds do to each other. They sort of mistreat each other. There's a lot of that going on in your 20s. Okay?
21s don't mistreat 29s as much as they mistreat other 21s, though.
Yeah, but he's sort of...
Emotionally?
Yes, or he's in her league there. Yeah. Okay, now, 21-year-olds also are not interested in finding the one so much. They may just
female
be dating, but may just be dating around. And or if it is someone who is looking for the one, and she will not treat you like that.
No.
So you aren't the one.
But the one's not driving an 18-wheeler.
Right. So you're either not the one, or you're just part of sort of the whole 21-year-old experience. Whatever it is not a serious
Or
situation.
she comes from a little chaos, and she likes to act out a little bit.
Chaos.
She what?
A lot of chaos.
A lot of chaos.
All right.
All right. Well, she has a lot of chaos in her past. She will act out, and you will be the recipient of that. Any male in her life will be the recipient of the chaos.
Yep.
So the more you're in love with her and the more you try to reason with her, the more acting out you're going to get in the future.
Okay.
So this is going to be a tough road to hoe for you, Robert.
Especially at this age. This is a sort of peak.
Yeah, she has another 5 to 8 years of acting out here.
Your lover is the road.
That's right. That's your mistress is the 2-lane highway.
That ain't no lie.
That's right. Are you in your rig now?
I definitely am.
Hey, reach up and give a little toot on the air horn, would you?
All right, hold on.
All right.
Sounds like a freight train.
I love it. That's a real truck.
It is a real truck. It is a Peterbilt.
Nice.
Do truckers take speed?
No, not this one.
Not that one.
All right.
But a lot of them do, right?
I've got a natural high of the road as it is. I don't need no others.
It's beautiful.
Want to see what kind of
Quite a
equipment
lot.
he's got? Has he got the sandwich maker?
What do you got that plugs in your cigarette lighter there?
Let's see, a refrigerator, power adapters.
Right.
Oh, what else? Phone chargers.
Nice. You got any like hot plates or coffee mugs that plug in or any of that stuff?
No, just a TV VCR.
Mm-hmm. How about one of those trucking vaginas?
No, never bought one. Thought about it, but never did.
Gotta make one of those. All right.
Trucking vaginas?
Something a guy in a long haul could just slip over himself when he was lonely that had sort of a removable garbage bag or something attached to it that was biodegradable that he could just he wouldn't toss it out the window, but there would be receptacles on the highways like every 5 miles, like when trains would drop the bags of mail on the hook.
Sure.
They'd reach out, special extender, and would hook onto it, and then the guy from my company would come clean it up.
And instead of a rest area sign.
Right. That'd be that. Trucker's vagina. Michelle?
It would be...
Is that Michael, by the way?
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
It'd be like male protein
Yeah.
stop.
You're 32, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
What's up?
First of all, props to the 30-year-old truck driver that can hook up with a 20-year-old chick. I mean, my God.
Well, 29 and 21. You're off a year
Well,
both
okay, about 10
directions.
years off. But hey, here's my thing. About 4 calls ago, you guys took a, I call her a lesbian female who was calling about the merits of breastfeeding.
Well, no. Well, kind of, but she wanted to...
She was worried about it.
She wanted to take
She
medication.
and her life partner were going to take upon a baby, and you're worried about breastfeeding. I can understand that. And Dr. Drew, quite frankly, I'm disappointed in that you didn't expound the merits of breastfeeding.
Well,
in fact, you were quite like, breastfeeding this.
Drew's kind of the man with the circumcisions and the lack of breastfeeding and whatever. It says to me that a lot of that didn't go on in his own life.
On paper,
yes,
breastfeeding should be everything you imagine it to be. It gives immunoglobulins and it creates a bonding. Also, the fact is, when it's studied, it doesn't make a lot of difference.
Really?
It does.
Well, here's the thing, Michael. I hate to cut the doctor off, but as you know, I'm always right, even when we're talking about medical
Well,
things.
I'm totally with you because I believe that if you're any man that's sucking on a boob, it's a great thing.
Hey, Michael, when you were a child, when you were an infant, and dial the clock back about 15 years, breastfeeding was thought to have been a bad thing, and all children were infant formula fed.
Well, let me tell you this.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was the way it was. They were pediatricians, really.
In what year?
It's like more like
in the 50s.
35 years ago.
Yeah, in the
Let's dial the
50s.
clock back to, say, 1970, more than 15 years.
Yeah, like Drew's high.
Exactly.
All right,
Kids were out with their bell bottoms and smoking pot, doing that whole thing. And back then, every mother that had a baby, they were knocked out, of course. And then they didn't do breastfeeding because of I don't know why, but you had a kid, you did bottle feeding.
That's right. And then from then till about into the 50s, and that didn't. Maybe that's why this country's screwed up right now. It didn't have any measurable effect.
Here's the deal. None of this stuff makes a huge difference.
It should. You think it would, but it apparently doesn't.
I think there's a need from the mother. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
I think a lot of mothers want it. I mean, my sister has kids, and she breastfed until they were like 4.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were pushing up their glasses breastfeeding.
Really?
They both got glasses when they were 3.
Really?
Yeah, so they're like breastfeeding and pushing up their glasses.
I'm going to get my kid glasses when he's 3 just because it's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's great. They look like that little kid from Jerry Maguire,
Right.
I have a nephew who's adopted from Ethiopia. And by the way, it's like if you adopt, you can't breastfeed.
Yeah.
Is that so? You shouldn't adopt?
Right. That's the point.
Ridiculous.
And or is the forget it.
But yesterday he told my sister that he didn't want to be brown. He said, I don't want to be brown. And she was like panicked completely and then just said, well, what color do you want to be? And he said, purple. She was like, oh, thank God.
Oh.
It's not funny, but it's cute story.
So she drowned him. Brian?
Yeah.
You're 14?
Yeah.
What's up? That is cute. And thank God she said purple instead of white.
I just want to
white guy.
Give a couple more years.
Yeah.
I just want to comment that I like it when the guests actually get into the conversation and, give their opinions, and it makes the show that much better.
Dude, well,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. See, here's the problem. Sometimes the guests do, and then sometimes they don't. But we just march on.
We just roll on, yeah.
Yeah. All right there, Brian.
All right, thanks to taking my call.
Hey, our pleasure. You keep listening, buddy.
Oh,
Hey,
definitely.
I need some help from our callers. I'm trying to help Trojan come up with some informational pamphlets about their new condom for oral sex.
That's made for prostitutes.
And the question, I need to know what kind of questions young people want to know about those things.
Let me tell you what Drew's latest pimp venture is.
Loveline is brought to you by Trojan.
What is it?
Trojan
I don't know what it is
Condoms
yet.
has contacted him because they're coming out with a new kind of condom, which is a flavored condom.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And
They
it's-
used to have those.
It's made
mint.
for oral sex. And I was explaining to Drew that the only people engaged in oral sex with condoms on are prostitutes. That when you're in a committed relationship or even a casual relationship, you get a BJ, you don't wear a condom.
Right.
Prostitutes are the only people that would wear this.
Why do you wear a condom? Why would you wear
Because you can get the same STDs from oral sex you can get from genital intercourse. Exactly the same.
That's a funny sound effect.
Yeah.
And so people should be wearing condoms. This is sort of trying to get them to
Yeah,
move in that
Johns
direction.
should be wearing condoms.
No, but we're seeing stuff.
Yeah, well, it happens. I'm just saying practically.
I know you'll screw around with these statistics, but the most rapidly increasing group or source of sexually transmitted disease and type of disease right now is gonorrhea of the throat in teenage females.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What
bad
country?
times.
This country.
It's Ecuador.
How do you treat it?
Penicillin.
All right.
Or, not necessarily penicillin. But
Gonorrhea of the throat.
Here's the deal. So they want. Okay, so Trojan is saying this oral sex amongst teens is on the rise.
Yeah.
So if you're going to perform this oral sex,
And
you got to wear
STDs from oral sex is on the rise.
Right.
The statistic came from Trojan?
No.
But here's the deal. The girls and the guys who participate, the 15-year-old girls and guys who participate in the sort of wine cooler fueled, spontaneous party oral sex are not the ones who pack condoms.
I know. So,
catch-22.
What questions would I put in a pamphlet trying to encourage young people to use them? That's my question.
Frequently asked questions?
Just what questions do they want answered to help motivate them? You know what I mean? What would you want to know about this product that would make you use it?
Here's the only way you could do
why
it.
should I use it? Or I'm not a prostitute. I don't want to use it. The same kind of.
Here's how you could get them to use this. You put a bounty on condoms half filled with semen, and here's how it works.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's certain. Like there's certain.
What if the trucker vagina?
Let me
got sent in instead
5
of
cents a bottle.
I'll work this out. But in the certain parts of the country and certain parts of the world, even there's problems with certain pests. Like in New Orleans, in Louisiana, they have that nutria, that giant rat chews everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do? $1 a head.
Right.
And people start going out and getting them. That's how they get people to get this nutria. If they say, hey, you can kill them or not, no one would go out and kill them. You want people to use these condoms?
Yes.
You start paying $1 a head
for proof of
a soiled,
use.
orally soiled condom. You send it in. You send the teen $1.
Game on.
Game on. I'm going to work out the beats of this. But
You can trade
have
them
to
in for
incent-
whippets.
Yeah, you have to offer some
now you're
incentive.
talking.
Yeah. Sarah Silverman, our guest tonight. Hear her tomorrow night through the 16th, possibly doing the Whippets joke at the Cannon Theater in Beverly Hills. I'll give you the number for that when we come back. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician. Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. Sarah can be found at the Cannon Theater, the 6th. That's tomorrow through the 16th. Number there, 310-859-2830. And back to the phones we go. Jay's 19. Jay?
Yeah.
What's up?
I was on the show last night trying to break up with my underage girlfriend.
Right.
Because her parents weren't cool with it.
Yeah, right.
But I broke up with her today.
Good. She was.
This was the guy with
14.
the father.
Yeah, now her parents are calling me, trying to convince me to stay with her.
Yeah. Listen, she's 14. Remember?
Yeah.
And the dad was trying to beat you up or something, as I recall.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. She's 14. You're 19. as much as her parents may beg you to stay together with their 14-year-old daughter, you should not do it.
Why do they want you to stay with her?
I don't know. Because she's happy, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, who could leave all that in this potential source of income? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He also could.
This is a goose that laid the golden egg.
He could work the fields.
Isn't he a waiter, though?
Right. Yeah. You're a waiter, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. All right there, buddy. You got to break up with her, and you got to stay broken up with her, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You got to find a nice old 18-year-old to date.
Yeah, or 35, like you guys said last night.
Or 35. That's right, buddy. 14. Too young for even you.
All right.
All right, buddy. You'll end up in jail. And I thought you were on... weren't you on some kind of probation?
No.
Oh, that was another...
oh, yes, he was.
It was another guy.
That was house arrest.
Yes.
Aren't you on...
He was the one with the guy that would check up on him and all, supposedly. Remember? Remember you talked about the money it would cost to have a probation officer come by and check your house?
What was that probation?
Not me.
No,
that was a different guy.
There was another guy who was having sex with an underage chick who called...
Arizona.
Who called last night or the night before.
All right.
He was on, like, super secret probation.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Everybody with their 14-year-old girlfriends. Stephanie?
Yes.
You're 27?
Yes.
What's up?
Is this Drew?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's Adam.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, so I have a boyfriend I've been with for 2 years, and he cannot finish during intercourse.
How does he finish?
By himself, or if I'm doing it for him. And this is my theory, and from what I've read on the internet.
You're fat, okay.
Drew, please.
What's
Go
that?
ahead.
Please, that was Drew calling you fat.
Is that he's conditioned himself, because before I met him, he was by himself for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he obviously was doing things for himself for quite a while.
For 2 years?
Yeah.
He's been doing since he learned how to walk.
Yeah, he's probably beat out the equivalent to the Caspian Sea worth of jizz.
No, this is totally true.
And what he's done while in the presence of a woman could probably fill a thimble. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's conditioned.
He's used to it, like Adam's friend Louise always says.
Juice him up and go?
No, sex is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
But...
no, the wheeze says juice him up and go. He's talking about feeding booze to women. No, Snake says sex is good. It's just, it's not the real thing. Right. Thank you, Drew. Good.
So it's not me.
No, it has nothing to do with you.
So
zero.
What I've read is that there's ways to change it.
Yes.
I don't know about zero.
You get him to do his thing till he's almost there, and then he involves you.
Then you jump on at the
What
end.
am I supposed to do? Just sit there and go, okay, call me when you're ready?
Well, with an attitude like that, this is no wonder he's sort of got a shy penis.
That's not. No. Trust me, it's not an attitude like that. I've been extremely patient and.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 29.
And he's not had a lot of experience with women?
No, he has.
Is he on any medication?
No.
He's had a lot of experience with women.
Yes.
And has he said this has been a problem for him?
It's happened before with other people.
Right.
But not everyone.
Oh, that's the nice distinction to make. So you just fall into the group category. And I know you're taking it personally.
I am totally taking
the way guys are...
I know, and you're angry.
No, I'm not angry.
Yes, of course, you're taking it personally.
And I want it to be good.
Okay, well, look, why don't you give him some sex and then finish him off with a BJ? Will that work?
Yeah, that does work.
Well, so what then? Big deal.
Because you want to do it all the way.
Thank you.
I like to be polished off with a BJ. You know my posture for that?
No,
Let me show you. Let me show you right here.
But not only that.
Wow.
Oh, that was a half-hearted effort. Listen, you can do better
I was
than that.
tired from having sex. Stephanie, he's having an orgasm.
But listen.
That's fine.
You want to feel it all the way, though. Well, first of all, she wants to have what she can have.
Yeah, women have a thing about things happening inside them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, also, this is someone this is a semi-serious relationship, and I eventually want
Stephanie,
to have children,
I understand. I'm sure he...
Well, you just spit in your crotch when you're done.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Stephanie, wait,
You can't have kids that way,
I just
Adam.
said that for sure. Yeah, sure you can.
Hear me?
All you need is 3 foot of hose.
You see what he's oral sex, then spit into them. See.
Oh, spit into her own crotch?
Yeah, she's finishing. I said spit into your crotch. She's finishing him
one
off.
of those loony straws.
She's good. She's a little crazy straw.
Dr. Drew.
Stephanie, look, knowing how the way guys are, the fact that he is doing this with you is probably not a negative, but the fact that he is, in fact, even very vulnerable with you, emotionally involved in it, is intense, and that's when guys tend to get this way.
Yeah, and then he'll feel worse. And
listen, it's not that he's not turned down, not caring about you. It's that he's so much into that he has difficulty and feels vulnerable and sort of anxious, and that makes him not work. And then
her being a tremendous pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, you're being that. Obviously you don't own what you're feeling, because we certainly feel it over here, which is that anger. That's another thing that makes a guy sort of.
And I thought, and she was saying he has to finish himself off, but her polishing him off with a little oral is fine. That's all, it's part of it.
Fine as a treat, not as every time.
Oh, yeah?
What? Now, let's talk as a female.
I'm fine
as
with
women.
that.
What difference does it make? You're not having an orgasm. He's having one. Why is that important for a woman?
Well, I think maybe some ladies, it gives them an extra little orgasm-y feeling when it is happening.
Why? Nothing's changing, really.
Yes, you can feel it.
So why is that important? Why is that good? Seriously, because guys don't know. That's a completely alien concept to a male.
I don't think I'm making this up, that when a man
You're not making it up, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. This is something that women describe.
You feel it like pulsing in there.
But he can do that with just voluntary contractions, too.
I'm not sure whether to yak or jack.
I feel I'm a little bit disgusted.
Sort of caught in between.
This is something women don't talk about.
You feel something when a man ejaculates.
Why is that important?
It feels titillating.
What if he just did that with voluntary contractions? Because he can do that.
You know what it is? It's like, say, hypothetically, there's a man who, even after he ejaculates, he can be hard and do it more.
Yes.
Now, that's incredible. And yet, it's less incredible than you'd think, because just mentally knowing that he's probably not going to get off again. I mean, it feels good for him, but it's like he's kind of done. Even though he can do that and make you feel great, it's like there's something missing mentally when you know that he's not going, that you're not rocking his world. It takes away from your
Let me talk to Drew for a second.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, just hang tight for a second. So much we talk about on the show so often about how women, part of their sexuality is satisfying a man. Whereas men don't look at satisfying the woman as part of their gratification. It's a part, not a large part. It's a much larger part for a woman to feel like she's gratified a man. So the idea that he would have that release and that utter expression of his gratification is a very important part for that.
But my question is, why does it have to be experienced with something inside the vagina? Why is that?
Well, because it's the ultimate in intimacy. I mean, they'll take...
The mouth is super...
Yeah! Drew, high five. First time you ever said anything I agreed with. What about the mouth?
Now you're getting back in your yak or jack
No,
mode.
okay.
That's the do, but it's, your vagina's where you feel stuff.
I mean, but hold on. Let me yell at Drew for a second. We talked about women and how instinctual they are, the tribes,
but
the
we have
tribes
a woman
they have,
and also anxious to hear what you have to say.
the procreation drive of women. And I'm guessing that women are almost biologically set up to receive, like we talked about, and not waste the seed and get gratification from accepting the seed, then not spitting the seed into said toilet and flushing it in to the ocean.
Here's the problem.
But receiving the seed.
Here's the problem. We finally have a woman present with us, and I know our belief about these differences. I'm anxious to hear if a woman actually experiences
Well, she
it
said
that way.
yes, you
I think
idiot.
I think Adam
He
made
has a
really
vagina.
good points.
He has a vagina. Just give him a...
Oh, listen, Drew, what no one
It's on
understands
the
about...
small of his back, though.
Sarah, you know smarter than Drew, right? You know that?
I think you're... Yeah.
Thank you. Well, that's why. All the things you say
do?
about women is why they want to have it.
I know. I understand that. But when men say that, women get offended. And so...
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. And so to have that point made, you need to hear it from a woman.
But she didn't make the point.
Yes, she did.
Her point was, I like it. It wasn't why I like it. It was just, I like it.
I know.
All right,
She
quiet
doesn't
down.
have to know why.
What, you got a crush on Sarah? Drew's all pumped up there. Every time a girl comes in the studio, he's sitting up on his chair. He's chatty Cathy all of a sudden. Where's comatose, Drew?
I'm going to put my pajamas back.
Chatty Cathy Griffin.
Kersey,
Yeah.
you're 14?
Yeah.
You're depressed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, hang on. We got to take a break.
Oh,
All right. Well, I want to devote the proper amount of time to you and your depression, right?
that's good.
All right, so hang tight.
That's good times.
All right.
That's
all right.
me when I was 14.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. She's,
Oh, she thought we were off the air. And she divulged another piece of personal information about herself.
oh, really? That was meant for the air.
No.
Well, that was tame by her standards.
I know.
She'll be at the Cannon Theater, Beverly Hills, the 6th through the 16th. You can call Ticketmaster for information. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Sarah Silverman is our guest tonight. Jesus is Magic is the name of her one-woman show, which is going to be starting tomorrow, November 6th through the 16th, Cannon Theater, 310-859-2830. All right, let's go back to the phones and talk to Kersey, who we spoke to before we went to break. Kersey is 14 and depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew was just telling me during the commercial how depressed he was when he was a kid.
Ugh, horrible.
And look at him now. He's upgraded to miserable.
Manic. I'm going from...
He's gone from depressed to manic and miserable. Sarah's a mess, too. I'm the only one who's happy but refuses to accept it or believe it.
That's called a mess.
What happened? Why are you depressed, Kersey?
Okay, I've just found out, basically I've just been attracted more to girls now, and so I'm bi, but my friends don't know, and I just don't know how to tell them.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, my friends. They don't really know.
You have any close friends that you can sort of share? What? Yeah, it's a girl, right?
Well, because I don't want them to feel weird around me.
Yeah, she's attracted to a girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But don't you have any good friends you can share honest feelings with? Just one person, even?
Not really. I just have a bunch of friends, nothing really, really close.
Well, there's something you need. Somebody you can really feel comfortable around and be vulnerable and trust.
Do you think you're bisexual or lesbian or what are you?
Bisexual.
How do you know?
I've just been seeing myself looking at girls more and stuff.
How's the family doing?
It's good.
Really? Parents together, treating you nice?
Yeah.
Everyone's happy?
Yeah.
Why are you so depressed?
I don't know.
Did you get molested?
No.
Nobody ever did anything bad to you?
No.
You never struck or hit with an object, a belt or anything? Huh?
No.
You got older brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Oh, my brother, he's just there, and so my little brother,
How old's your older brother?
he's 16.
What do you mean he's just there?
He's nothing, he's not bad or good, or he's just
Yeah.
there.
He's there.
Are your parents just not around?
Yeah, my parents are around a lot.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, why don't you, by the way, go ahead and tell one of them you're depressed if that's something that you're dealing with. Maybe you should talk to someone about it. Number two, as far as the sexuality stuff, you're 14. You don't have to make a declaration at this point.
Settle, relax.
It's okay if you like girls, you know?
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
good
14,
times.
good times.
But here's the thing, everybody. I remember when I was 16, I was beaten off. I didn't want to tell my I only want to tell my 10 of my male buddies, but I want the other 15 to find out. Yeah.
They're the ones that made you jack off.
Well, only Chris really made me jack off. I mean, he wouldn't stand for it anymore. He'd been beating off for a year and a half, and he couldn't stand the fact that I wasn't doing it, and he was right. You know
closed
what I mean?
Closed him in a room with an electric toothbrush, said, put this on your honker and stand back.
Yeah.
Step aside.
Yeah. I love that electric toothbrush. I had to be weaned off it. He wanted it back. I punched him. I started screaming, no, you can't take it. They'll never tear us apart. Music swelled up. Then there's a whole montage of me running through the field of daisies with the electric toothbrush, me spinning around with
I can't imagine that
field.
Courtship of Eddie's father music.
Yeah, us walking on the beach, us kidding around.
Asking some life questions.
It's smearing some toothpaste on my nose and me laughing and giggling and falling backwards. Yeah, these weren't the Sonicare ones. These ones, vibrated. It was nice. It was great. Yeah, but anyway, look. I, as a woman at 14, I understand you're a little hesitant to share all your intimate feelings and secrets and thoughts with your friends, and that's okay. It's all right. They don't need to know that you're thinking about women, especially if they might make fun of you or ridicule you. You just keep that close to the vest.
Just feel it out. You don't have to tell everybody everything.
Right. Vivian?
Yes.
You're 22?
Yes.
What's up?
I got a question for you. My last 3 serious relationships have all been, somewhat long distance. The latest one, the last 2 have been about a year long each, and they're both from Vancouver to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
And the one previous to that was about 4 years long from Vancouver to Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, what's going on? How come I keep finding guys?
Who cares?
We care.
How often would you see these guys? Once a week?
Every other week or so.
Every other week. Are you a professional? Do you work a lot?
Or streetwalker?
Full time.
Yeah, so you're busy with your work the rest of the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
where do you meet these guys?
Through friends, and the second guy I met online, and then the third guy I met through friends while I was in Seattle. So.
And are these guys also professional?
Yeah, all full time.
This is the way adults work, basically. It's all right.
It's fine.
It's our problem with long distance relationship is when 17-year-olds and 19-year-olds are involved in it, and they have no resources and no ability to sort of.
And they're 17, they're involved with 46-year-old guys.
Yeah, but also they're
living in
involved. The
Oklahoma.
relationship is built on fantasy, and there's no reality. And
right.
But I'm still sitting here finding myself wanting, like the day-to-day thing,
Well, then you work on getting that from this relationship, or you find somebody closer.
Well, I mean, how long have you guys been dating?
A year or so.
All right, well, it's getting to the point where it's time to ask her get off the pot.
Break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, someone's going to have to start talking about moving at some point, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, if someone does make the move, it may be over in 10 days.
That's right.
I mean, I really think I could stay together with someone who lived across the country and I saw him once, a couple times a month. I could do that forever.
Are you Canadian?
Yes.
And he's a Seattleite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Would you think about moving?
It's possible. I mean, I'd have to get a job there.
Oh, yeah, that Vancouver's such a pretty city. He should come up there.
Well, Seattle's no Detroit.
You're right, but Vancouver's beautiful.
Okay. All right, listen.
Yeah.
The whole orgasm thing with women not learning to do it till a certain age, that's something I only figured out recently, too. But I still don't do it on my own, like just when I'm with them.
Right.
So, I don't know.
That's another thing that women need the presence of a person to sort of activate their sexuality.
Well, I always thought it was the other way around. A lot of women said that they found it easier on their own.
Some of them do, but not a lot of them, but some do.
Oh.
Again, the whole thing with women is that there's a tremendous range in sexual responsiveness, while men, it's sort of very, very, very narrow.
Yeah. You guys are hard to profile, you broads, with your orgasms. I mean, if we had like an FBI guy who was trying to profile women's orgasms, he'd come up with, I got nothing. You know what I'm saying?
There's a range, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's a range. It's like trying to put a dragnet over the entire country. You don't know what city, what state the fugitive's in.
Some they fall out when they're walking. Some never happen. Some only during oral sex.
Right. Guys' orgasm range is like this. Some guys you got to stroke their meat for 2 minutes, and some guys you got to stroke their meat for 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. That's the difference.
Don't call it meat.
That's the difference.
That's the range. You got to slap their baloney for either 30 seconds or 5 minutes before the orgasm comes. Women, she has an orgasm just when she works out at the gym. Yeah. And then there's other ones you couldn't get it out of them with a flat bar. and
Is that
sodium
what you're
pentothal.
trying?
I shoot them up with sodium pentothal, and then I can take a flat bar to the vagina and try
What's
to get...
a flat bar?
It's like crow's foot,
that doesn't work at all, Adam.
Try to pry that orgasm out of there.
You could work that.
Come on.
You can do that with a man.
I know you're in there.
Pry him out of the window.
Yeah.
Did you say sometimes they fall out when they're walking?
Sure.
Yeah. You broads are all over the place. It's weird how women can't get on board, can't get together on that.
They can't, like, sync up?
Yes. Why can't you guys figure that out and just come up with something so that we could be humping away and we could look at the clock and we'd be like, oops, minute 13. Something should be happening here in the next 30 to 40 seconds.
And the multiple versus the not multiple.
Yeah, because you understand, if you're with a woman,
like anal sex or not.
You're with a woman, let's say you were in a relationship where you're having a woman and she's having crazy orgasms, 10 seconds after you get in her kind of thing, and all that. She loves this, she loves that. Then you get hooked up with the next woman, she could be completely different. You could pound away on her like a veal cutlet for an hour and get nothing.
That's a great story.
I just want to do another meat reference.
I just wanted to see the wet pink stick.
All right.
Okay.
What's that?
That's a little Andy Dick for you. I have no idea what
there we go.
Anderson's doing
Meat.
back there. Sarah Silverman, our guest tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, there's your show, everybody. I want to thank Sarah Silverman for coming in here tonight. Jesus is Magic is the name of the one-woman show, Cannon Theater, starting tomorrow, going through the 16th.
Thank you.
310-859-2830 in Beverly Hills. Sarah, you're a dear, dear, dear friend.
Yeah?
Give her a couple more dears, will you?
We had a dear time tonight.
Dear.
Dear.
Adam and
Friend.
Drew and I are spooning right now.
It was beautiful having you
During
in.
that commercial break, we got all scrubbed and ready for bed. We washed our faces. We brushed our teeth, remember?
We dried our jammies by the fire so they're nice and toasty for our Tootsies.
We put them in the dryer.
Adam brought up the Yak and Jack again.
The Yak and Jack. There's an invention a trucker could plug into a cigarette lighter. Yak and Jack. All right, let's take an extended break. We'll be back tomorrow night. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Every time I look at my vagina, I want to punch somebody.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.